if there's one thing that 50 Cent is going to do, okay, it's going to be sue somebody. Okay? He does not play around when it comes to teaching anybody any kind of lesson. Okay? He don't care if it's friend or foe. He is going to show you that big bank take little bank every single time. So in this article, it is going to express to us or explain to us the reason why and all the details as to why 50 Cent is suing his son's mother, Daphne Joy, for defamation of character. Okay, which I'm pretty sure if you guys have been on social media or have been keeping up with the whole entire thing going on with 50 Cent, you would kind of have like some information as to why this would be happening in the first place. But we're going to go ahead and just get into all of it. Okay. So this article says Curtis 50 Cent Jackson is suing his ex-girlfriend and the mother of his son, Daphne Joy Navarez, for defamation following her public accusation in March that he R-worded her while the two were in a relationship more than a decade ago. The rapper, actor, producer filed the suit in Texas on May 6th after Navarez posted a statement that he did the R word on Instagram on March 28th. That was prompted by Jackson's reported attempts to gain sole custody of their 11-year-old son, Sire, following the bombshell lawsuit filed by producer Ronnie Lil Rod Jones Jr. against Sean Diddy Combs, which among many explosive allegations of trafficking and grooming, named Navarez as a S-worker alongside Combs' ex-girlfriend, Young Miami from the City Girls. Okay, before we get into the rest of the conversation, I wanted to talk about this. And one of the main reasons I want to talk about this is because when the whole situation happened with Jeezy and Jeannie Mai, I made a statement in the when I did my reaction to her allegations of all of a sudden, that she was, going through so much or whatever. And the reason why she made all of those allegations against him was solely because he was trying to get full custody of his son. Now, this is the perfect time for me to clear up everything that I was saying, because some people got it and other people did not get it. What I was saying is exactly what's happening in this same exact situation with 50 Cent. Is that whenever you are dealing with a vindictive woman, you already know. Listen, women across the board, it's been spoken about. It is accountability is what they refer to as their kryptonite. Right? It's like a lot of women are not able to be accountable for their actions or to, understand and listen and receive criticism without trying to shift blame, without trying to move the goalposts. Like, we already know this about, woman nature. We know women who are not evolved are going to stand in the corner and tell you why it's everybody else's fault, it's everybody else's problems, it's because of something that everybody else did, instead of taking ownership for their issues or for their wrongdoings and saying, yes, I did that, I'm sorry, I apologize. We know this. So if women, just women who are not necessarily vindictive in nature, have that kind of mindset, imagine a woman who is vindictive. Oh, they're going to go for it. Okay? They are going to go for it. This is the same exact thing that Jeannie Mai did. As soon as full custody comes up, all of a sudden it's going to be, it's like basically you told her that you want to go toe to toe. Same thing with Daphne Joy. The same thing with Jeannie Mai is that it is both their only child. It's not like they have other children with other people. This is their only child. This is it in some cases. I'm not saying in all cases. I'm not speaking for these women because I don't know all the intricate details. Sometimes this is the only way that they are able to even live or lead a certain lifestyle as well. So in taking the child with full custody, that means there goes child support. That means there goes, favoritism when I walk into certain places based off of this being your child, and everybody knows this is your child, and so they treat me accordingly because I'm with your child. There goes all the advantages. And since I'm backed into the wall, it's going to be on and popping. That, in my opinion, that just seems to be the case in the likes of, what's going on with this 50 Cent situation. With the Jeezy situation, the reason why I said it was very nonsensical and back and forth, and that it was a very tit for tat thing, is because in that situation, he then, he wanted full custody. Then he stepped back and said he no longer wanted full custody. He also said that she said that he was, she tried to use a tactic that he was, doing something or harming her in some kind of way. The next thing you know, he also supplied information that she was trying to have another child with him. So it's very much tit for tat. In that situation, it did not seem, in my personal opinion, I don't know intricate details, that there was any, actual danger that this child would be in when they're in either parent's party. That's just from what I'm seeing from the outside looking in. In my personal opinion, with that Jeezy and Jeannie situation, it just seemed like a situation of, I don't want to have to fool with her. I don't want to have to talk to her no more. I don't want to have to see her for drop-offs. I just don't want to deal. I don't want to fool with it. In this situation, what did she do? His baby mother, she pulled that same feminist tactic handbook that Jeannie have. I don't know if Jeannie let her borrow it or what the situation, or she let Jeannie, I don't know. But apparently there's a handbook of retaliation, and a lot of women got the copy. Okay? A lot of people got the copy, and they're like, okay, all those fails. Oh, he trying to take the child? Let's go to chapter this, page this. And let's read exactly the things that I need to do, or the things that I need to say to try to ruin this man or tarnish his image because he's going against something that I need or that I want in my life or in my vicinity. Let me continue before I break it down anymore. Let me just continue. Let me take it a little further. This is what his baby mother said, and I quote, she said, "I am tired of upholding and protecting an image to our son that you have never even earned. Let's put the real focus on your true evil actions of R-word me and physically abusing me," she wrote in her Instagram post after stating that Jackson saw Sire 10 times over the 2 years since they had moved to New York to be closer to Jackson and give him the opportunity to be a father. Jackson has previously denied any accusation of R-word or abuse towards his ex, and Navarez denies the claim that she is an S worker. Writing in a March 28 post on Instagram, "I am deeply hurt by the lies in Rodney Jones' lawsuit. The claim that I am an S worker is 100% false and character assassination." Okay. Let's just go to, she said he's not there. Okay, now he wants full custody. So what about it? Right? So you're trying to use that he's not a good father. He's not a good man. You're trying to tear down his image. And ironically enough, what's being done to Diddy with the lawsuit that she is involved in, because she's in the paperwork, she is now trying to flip that against him. And now create that entire narrative that is, against a man who she's in the lawsuit against, and trying to use that to now do the same thing that she said that they're doing to her, which is character assassination. She's now trying to do that to 50 Cent. All I'm going to say is, I can't say if it was true or not, if it happened or not, because I was not there. However, it's very strange to me that somebody who physically harmed you, that you would even care if they saw their child 10 times or not since the last two years that you moved next to them, that you would even care about, your child being in the vicinity, because wouldn't you be so afraid or or worried that maybe though that anger or the evil actions that you quote said that he has would be within him, that he would then take it out on his child? Wouldn't that be a cause of concern? And if that happened 10 years ago, I'm confused, because I could have sworn that we've seen you guys, he and ha within that 10-year span. Okay, let me go to the next one. Let me go to the next message. In the suit filed this week, as reported by People, Jackson claims that Navarez subjected him to extensive public ridicule, hatred, and contempt, with her accusation, which the rapper says was a purposeful attempt to damage his reputation. And it was. Okay, Diddy and 50 Cent obviously are at odds. They are not friends. They're not comrades. They do not, kick it. They're not homeboys. And once his baby mother's name was mentioned in the lawsuit, 50 Cent came on social media and was cracking a lot of jokes, right? Oh, you little S worker, stuff like that. And she didn't like that. However, I personally feel like she had more anger and rage for her child's father than she did for the person who initially even named her in the lawsuit. So for retaliation, again, like I said in that feminist handbook that says, if a man does this, we're going to pull out all these things. With all else fails, we're going to cry and go to the courthouse. I can, agree that it seemed as though it was an attempt that, since he was making those little S worker jokes, well, now I'm going to accuse you of the same thing. Now I'm going to come for you. Now I'm going to tear down everything that you worked for. Because you feel like you have all this power, no pun intended, because you got all this stuff going on. Now I'm going to, make you feel like how he feels. And I'm going to put these accusations and on the internet so that people can look at you in a tainted way. It goes on to allege that Navarez retaliated, as I just said, against Jackson after he filed for custody of Sire. This involved, according to the suit, multiple defamatory statements to Instagram, which falsely and publicly accused Jackson of R-word and physical abuse during their prior relationship in a purposeful attempt to destroy his personal and business reputation, harm Jackson's commercial and business interests, negatively affect his custody case, and prevent him from seeing his minor son. Navarez's claims are false. A statement from Jackson's attorney, Rena Jane, sent to THR on Wednesday, doubles down on the suit's claims while accusing Navarez of being in cahoots with Combs, who has a long-standing rivalry with Jackson. Despite being given ample opportunity to retract a false and malicious retaliatory accusation, Ms. Navarez has shamefully chosen to interfere with her 11-year-old son's relationship with his loving father by falsely calling him the R-word. Jane wrote in the statement on her client's behalf, the motivation behind this appears to be Ms. Navarez's unfortunate entanglement and misguided loyalty to Mr. Combs, who we believe to be underwriting this attack and whom Mr. Jackson has been warning Ms. Navarez and others about for many years. So basically, this is even the court documents are even going deeper. It's saying, yes, she was retaliating, but in some form, it's also saying that he believes that, she got a phone call. Okay, based off of the fact that, 50 had been sitting on this whole, he act like he was TMZ. Okay, 50 Cent has been on social media acting like he is TMZ, reporting live all the information that is going on when everything happened with the case. And so they're trying to allude to the fact that she might have gotten a phone call to try to, again, paint that same narrative toward her child's father based off of all of the, negativity that he was spewing about the situation online. Let's move on to the next one. It says, in Jackson's suit, he also claims he is attempting to vindicate his rights and protect his reputation. This follows Navarez declining to retract her statements after she was given multiple opportunities to do so. An attorney for Navarez did not immediately respond to calls from THR on Wednesday. And that's it. The thing is that I think that if people go on the limb and are saying things that are not true, right? And this happens so many times, especially against men. Okay, there might be a couple of times that there might be some false accusations against women, but there is no comparison. It is like a 90-10, right? Maybe 98-2%. That there, and the issue is that a lot of these false accusations, they cause a lot of a negative impact towards these men and towards their businesses. And they're irreversible. I mean, we're literally seeing it in this situation that's happening with Diddy. We've seen it with so many other people. Again, I don't know if any of those allegations are true or not. Maybe some of them are, some of them I don't know. We've seen it with just too many people. Too many people that they come out and they say these things, and then that person still can't get a job. That person still can't find work. People still brand that person in a certain way or in a certain light. Whether they were acquitted of the charges or not, whether it was found out to be true that the person was lying or not, they still have to deal with the repercussions of people, making these accusations against them. So I wholeheartedly agree that not only should people, do things to the fact to protect their reputation and also protect these false allegations against them, but also I think that there should be some kind of penalty for people who are making false allegations against people as well, to behoove other people not to do it. To me, that makes the most sense. If most people are lying constantly about something, and then they realize that all the other people who lie are not facing any kind of a repercussion for their actions, that hence why we see a lot of people, a lot of women constantly lying. And what I really have a problem with is that these are the same women who be like, oh, protect women. We love women. We're advocates for women. We're feminists. We support other women. But the problem is that these women who are speaking out and are doing this in a retaliatory way, it definitely dampens when there are people who are actual victims. Because you're only saying this stuff when you're mad. Why did you never say this before? Why are we just not hearing about this? The same thing Jeannie Mai did, same thing she doing. If things were so bad and he was so terrible for you, with Jeannie, why were you fighting for your marriage? Even after all those things, even after the report of what happened at the hotel in the lobby. Same thing with this woman. If things were so awful and so terrible, why did you move closer to him? You move closer to be around this person, but he did all these evil and heinous things to you. Make it make sense. It doesn't. Like I said, I completely understand him not even, taking this as a joke, not even taking it to the chin, but taking it to the full extent, because he is not going to allow the demise of the things that he's built based off of you just mad because of whatever I, little joke I made on social media, based off of a situation that you put yourself in. That's just my opinion. Okay? That's just my opinion. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.